Unit 6, Day 3. Building right off of what we did yesterday with 30, 60, 90 triangles. Now we're doing 45, 45, 90. So for 45, 45, 90, remember we talked about this in previous units. When the base angles are the same, the opposite sides are equal. And when the legs are the same, the base angles are equal. And this happens in every isosceles triangle. We have a base and two legs. And remember, the base does not have to be on the bottom. It can look like this. And there's my base angles, and there's what's called our vertex angle. Okay? But notice that this is going to be a right triangle. It's a horrible right triangle, but see if I can clean that up a little bit. Make it look a little bit better. Okay? So this one's probably the easier of the two because you only have one thing to remember on this one. If you remember with 30, 60, 90, the relationship between the short side and the hypotenuse was multiply or divide by 2, and the short and the long leg was multiply or divide by square root of 3. Well, here, it's always going to be radical 2. Why is that? Well, because remember, both legs, both sides are the same. So they have the same relationship. So when we're going from the side, either side, to the hypotenuse, where the hypotenuse is opposite the right angle, you're going to multiply by radical 2. And if you're going the other way, from the hypotenuse to the small side, small leg, you're going to divide by radical 2. And then rationalize. Okay, so there's my hypotenuse. We have 6 here, which right away you know those are both 6. And then going from small to the hypotenuse is simply 6 radical 2. So you have leg, leg, hypotenuse. Here we go. There's my hypotenuse. Leg, leg. These two are the same. But remember, now I'm going back to the small side from the biggest side. So if I'm going this direction from the largest side to a smaller side, I'm not going to multiply by, I'm going to divide by radical 2. So if you think about it, 10 radical 2 divided by radical 2, they cancel and you're left with 10 for each leg. And remember, anytime this is going too fast, just hit pause and then continue when you're ready. Okay, so here we go. That's my hypotenuse. Doesn't hurt to label it real quick. Here are my legs. Again, I'm going from the big side to a smaller side, so I'm going to divide by radical 2. I'm going to go over here and do this. Now remember, we talked about this in the previous lesson. You cannot leave a radical in the denominator. So you have to multiply by radical 2. Whatever you do on the bottom, you must do on the top. So on the top, we get 12 radical 2. And on the bottom, we get, remember, there's 2 ways to think about it. Radical 2 times radical 2 is radical 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Or we multiply radical by itself, the radical disappears and you're just left with the 2. Whatever way your brain processes it is best, that's good. All I'm going to do here now is reduce. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So each leg is 6 root 2. So it's like 6 root z. There you go. Okay, example 4. Again, here's my hypotenuse. Here are my legs. Doesn't take very long to label them. And I'm going to the bigger side, so I'm going to multiply by radical 2. I'm going to come over here to the side and do 2 radical 5 times radical 2. Remember, in this case, we multiply just the radicals. So that gives me 2 radical 10. And radical 10 does not reduce. There are no perfect squares stuck inside that number. So we're finished. Okay, where's the hypotenuse? It's over here. So we're trying to find the legs, which are smaller than the hypotenuse, which means we are going to divide by radical 2. So again, 14 divided by radical 2. We need to rationalize. Looks like that. On the top, we get 14 radical 2, and on the bottom, we just get the 2. At this point, we cancel, and we have 7 radical 2 for the top, for each leg. Now we're back to having the leg. And we're trying to find this, the hypotenuse, which is the bigger side. So if we're going from a small to a larger side, that means we're going to multiply to make things bigger over here by radical 2. And so that is simply 3 radical 2. Number 7. Now my hypotenuse is on the bottom here. Just rotate a little bit. That's okay. Here are my legs. Remember the legs can be in any direction. The hypotenuse can be in any direction. You just spin it. It doesn't matter. So we're trying to find the legs, which are smaller than the hypotenuse, which means we're going to divide by radical 2. So again, 24 divided by radical 2. Then we rationalize. On the top, we get 24 radical 2. On the bottom, we get just 2, which then happens to cancel, and we get 12. So this is 12 radical 2 for each leg. Now, if this was 25, and it didn't cancel, then it would just be 25 radical 2 over 2. These are just canceling because they're even numbers. Label, real quick, hypotenuse. Leg. Leg. So what is this? 5 radical 2. They match. So now I'm going from here to the bigger side. So we're going to multiply by radical 2. So we'll come off to the side. 5 radical 2 times radical 2. What happens to radical? That gives me 5 times 2, which is 10. So the hypotenuse here is 10. So real quickly, like we did the previous one, we have a 90, 45, 45, 90. And you have a short leg and a short leg. They're the same. Hypotenuse is different. The relationship is going to be back and forth, multiply or divide by radical 2, depending on which direction you're going. And that's it.